This week, we're going to explore one of the more perplexing aspects of this brave new world in which we live, the world of bioethics. The specific topics addressed in your readings for this week are genetic engineering, gene therapy, stem cell technology, and the like. As you can see, one goal for the week is simply to understand the terms and the techniques and the technologies. The science is complicated. The moral issues raised are challenging. But the issues raised by bioethics are first and foremost issues about being human, and therefore about how human beings ought to treat and be treated and be cared for, and how we ought to understand health and living and dying and our capacities as creatures created by a personal God. Because our confession is that this is our Father's world, we believe that human beings are created in the image and likeness of God. Christians ought to be prepared and eager to respond to bioethical issues and new technologies that are facing the 21st century. The reading, yes, is technical and challenging, but to have some grasp of biology and to have some grasp of the scientific techniques defining these issues gives you a place at the table to discuss the morality of, for example, gene and cell-related technologies. You might say, well, why do I need to be equipped to talk about this stuff? Well, if you're interested in people's lives, if you're interested in the treatment of the unborn, then you need to be equipped in this area. You need to have a position on the ethic of stem cell technology, on experimentation on embryos, and so forth. You may not see right now where you'll need this in order to address bioethical issues, but if you know a couple, for example, who is undergoing reproductive technology therapies and is now faced with a decision about what to do with spare embryos, then the issue of stem cells hits close to home, or the issue of embryo adoption, or the issue of embryo experimentation. Perhaps you live in a family or are ministering to a family that has to live under the cloud of a genetic abnormality that is passed on from generation to generation. Then the issue of genetic engineering and gene therapy takes on a very personal nature. This is not science fiction, even though some of the public and the political rhetoric is closer to fiction than it is to science. This is about how to live as Christians in the 21st century, in what Feinberg and Feinberg call a brave new world. So let's try to live in this brave new world as faithfully as we can. I'll see you next week.